This situation with Lukaku is interesting, isn't it? I saw something the other day, a thread from Inter Milan fans talking about Lukaku. And I mean, by the way, if you are one of those people that can get easily offended by reading threads, don't read this one because they go into him. Like, you kiss the badge, you show the club, we don't like you now. Stronger words than that. But obviously it looks like Lukaku might seal a deal to Juventus.
But they're correct. Their fans are correct. This is a running theme in Romelu Lukaku's career. Wherever he goes, he is a narcissist who focuses only on himself. He finds happiness in only self-gratification. He has been a Chelsea player and he went away from Chelsea 3 months into a £100 million transfer, and he went over to Italy and conducted an unsanctioned interview with Sky Italia where he told anyone who would listen that his heart belonged to Inter. The quote was, "In Italy, it is only Inter for me." And therefore, Inter Milan fans would have reacted to that.
Of course, and they did.
Because he didn't start the Champions League final. Do you remember his contribution to the Champions League final?
Yeah.
He is arguably one of the main reasons why Manchester City are today European champions. One of the main reasons why Manchester City became European champions, won their first ever European Cup, is because of Romelu Lukaku's contribution, clearing shots that are on their way into the back of the net, off the line. Like, he was atrocious in that final. But because he didn't start, he got the hump and he started flirting with Juventus. Now, that has come out. Juventus fans have been explicit and they have said, we don't want him anywhere near our club. We do not want him.
Is that the reason, or is the reason because Chelsea and Inter couldn't agree a fee?
No, part of the reason is because he didn't start that, apparently. And look, this has all been denied, but he's a really problematic man. And like, Rock Nation have come out and denied this. Rock Nation are his agent. They have come out and said that everything is fine, the relationship is rosy. But there was a big report over the weekend that they didn't know what to do with him and they were considering parting company. Like, everywhere he goes, he leaves a trail of destruction behind because of his own arrogance. And he isn't the player that he thinks he is. The other thing to remember with Romelu Lukaku is distinctly average footballer. He's a distinctly average player. I got it wrong. When Chelsea signed him, I was really, really happy. We had that season with Antonio Conte at Inter. Chelsea were European champions, but we won the European Cup without a decent centre-forward. We had the likes of Havertz and Werner. So I thought, what we need is a striker. And he had ripped it up with Antonio Conte. And I thought that he would have learned from his time under Conte, from his experiences at Manchester United, playing for big clubs like Inter and United. And Chelsea were going to get the finished article. It's atrocious. And the way that he conducted himself at the club has been nothing short of pitiful. And now he has left himself totally high and dry.
Yeah, well, not really, because he's going to go Juventus.
I don't think he's going to go to Juventus because Juventus have kind of said, well, we've got Vlahovic. Maybe if we sell Vlahovic, we'll buy it. I don't think they're particularly interested. And their fans, Addy, have come out and made a really strong statement as well. Their fans have gone to the training ground and have sung songs about not signing Lukaku. They don't want him either. Juve don't want him. Inter don't want him. Chelsea don't want him.
He'll get a club, Rory. He's always got clubs.
No, but there's a very finite amount of clubs that can afford him. Yeah. There's a very finite amount of clubs. Remember the ego of this man. There's a very finite amount of clubs that he would consider going to. Look, of course he gets in the Luton team, but he's not going to do that. So realistically, where does he end up? I think he's relying on Al Hilal coming in for him and rescuing him from this nightmare. Because as things stand, Chelsea have flown out to the States for our pre-season tour on the same day as we have told him to report to Cobham. So he's not in Mauricio Pochettino's plans. Chelsea are in the States. Lukaku is at Cobham. Inter don't want him. Juve don't want him. Realistically, where is he going to go? And he is an architect of his own downfall. The reason that he's gone so wrong and so many people are so reluctant to go anywhere near him is because of his own arrogance and conduct.